extraction.
Good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, it's we are supposed to be having chemistry with the teacher Oswald Mugumya. So as we wait for him, we are in this lesson. He's going to teach you about fertilizers in chemistry. So before we start, I need someone to raise up his hand and open this class with a prayer. Who is saying the opening prayer for us? Hello, please raise up your hand as we wait for teacher Oswald. Anzoa, will you please give us an opening prayer? Hello.
Mr. Dumbam in?
Yes, teacher.
Oh, you're back. Okay, thank you. Our teacher is back, but we need someone who's going to. Oh, our teacher is okay.
Okay, teacher.
Yes, who's starting? Who's saying the opening prayer?
It's me,
Anzoa.
Anzoa.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, Anzoa. Please go ahead.
Members, we pray.
Yes, go ahead.
We pray, members.
Okay.
Heavenly Father, Lord, we want to thank you for this time. We want to thank you for everything you have done for us. We want to thank you for the gift of life. As we are going to continue with our lesson, we call you to come and be with us. We thank you for the organization, for Edify, for enable us to reach up to this day, because if it wasn't their effort, would have not been learning. Lord my God, we thank you for whatever they are planning ahead of us. And we pray for our teacher who is going to teach us. Use him as your vessel, whatever he's going to teach. We pray in the mighty name of Jesus.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you
Amen.
so much, Anzoa. Thank you so much.
Microphone.
Yes, Anzoa, thank you so much. We have a hand from Namuri Mary. Mary, please unmute and say something. Hello? Namuri, are you contributing something?
I try to increase on your volume.
My volume is down. Eh? How is it now?
Again, I'm not hearing it. Still the way it was.
But I can hear you.
Yeah, you can hear me. Okay, thank you. Now, I want to first ask you people to tell us, Teacher Oswald is back. Teacher Oswald, you're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Are you ready to take us on?
Thank you. It's fine.
Okay, sir, you can
I'll send you a
continue with the
message
lesson.
in the chat.
Hey.
Okay. Thank you, members. You're welcome to our afternoon lesson. And this is a chemistry class, senior 3. You know, we have always had members who come in and they don't know where they are.
Teacher.
So, like what Mr. Dumba was saying, that we shall have
Mr. Oswald.
fertilizers. Yes, please.
I don't see a message in my chat. Perhaps you sent to another person.
Then I sent to you. And let's see if we have an intruder. Okay, I was like, you stay online.
Okay, yes, I'm online. I'll be here throughout the lesson.
is a video that was supposed to watch about extraction of copper. As we look at about extraction lesson that was working on it, if it gets down about extraction of copper, the processes and what will take place. So we shall just add on what we have, the theory we have.
Should I play the video for you, teacher Oswald?
Yeah, if it is ready, you can play it.
Okay, let me play it right now.
All right. So meanwhile, we are waiting for my colleague to play the video. It is ready on his PC. All right. So that is the whole process. Let's take time and we take notes.
Extraction of copper. Have a look at the periodic table. Can you identify the position of copper? Exactly. Period number 4 and group number 11. It is represented by the symbol Cu. Its atomic number is 29 and atomic mass is 63.54. It exhibits valency of 1 and 2. Copper was initially found in island of Cyprus. So Romans used to call copper as cuprum. It is found in native state as well as in combined state. Native copper is found in large quantities in Michigan. In India, copper is mainly found in Singbum, Khetri and Darbia, and in Tamil Nadu. Let's see the ores of copper. Copper pyrite, cuprite or ruby copper, and copper glands. Let me repeat. Copper pyrite, cuprite or ruby copper, and copper glands. Copper is mainly extracted from the chief ore, copper pyrite. 76% of the world production of copper. Now let's see how copper is extracted from copper pyrite. The chief ore copper pyrite is crushed and then concentrated by froth flotation process. This fusible slag is removed as a waste from the upper. Now the concentrated ore is heated strongly in the reverberatory furnace by passing excess of air. What happens during roasting? Moisture and the volatile impurities are removed, and also sulfur.
Hi and welcome back to freesciencelessons.co.uk. By the end of this video, you should be able to state the
Phosphorus,
elements in NPK fertilizers. You should then be able to describe how the
arsenic,
compounds in NPK fertilizers are produced.
and
finally,
antimony
you should be able to
that are
compare the
present
industrial
as
production of
impurities
fertilizers
are
with their
removed
production
as
in a lab.
volatile
And all of
oxides.
this is for triple chemistry students only.
Further, copper
Now,
pyrite
fertilizers
is
are
partly
critical for modern
converted
farming,
into
and that's because they
sulfides of
replace the
copper
elements
and
which have been
iron.
taken up by plants. A really important group of fertilizers are called NPK fertilizers. NPK fertilizers contain compounds of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Compounds containing these elements improve
Look at the
agricultural
blast
productivity.
furnace
In other words, they help
made up
plants to
of
grow
steel
larger
plates
and also more
lined
rapidly.
inside with fire clay
Now,
bricks.
NPK fertilizers are
Now drop a mixture of roasted ore, powdered coke, and sand into the furnace and heat it. Simultaneously, a hot air at 800 degrees Celsius is pumped into the tuyeres near the base of the furnace. What happens? The impure ferrous sulfide and cuprous sulfide are converted to their respective oxides and forms the fusible slag of ferrous silicates, which gets settled down at the bottom of the furnace. This fusible slag is removed as a waste from the upper layer. The rest of the unchanged ferrous and cuprous sulfides, called matte, is removed from the lower layer. Now look at the Bessemer converter. It is mounted on a horizontal axis fitted with small pipes called tuyers. The molten matte obtained in the smelting process is transferred into it. A blast of hot air and fine sand is pumped into the tuyers. If any of the sulfur, arsenic, and antimony are still present, they escape as their respective oxides. Then ferrous sulfide is oxidized to ferrous oxide and combines with silica to form ferrous silicate as slag. Similarly, cuprous sulfide is oxidized and forms cuprous oxide, which then reacts with cuprous sulfide and forms copper. It is of 98% pure, called blister copper. Still, it contains 2% impurities. It is purified by electrolytic refining. Take impure copper metal as anode and thin plate of pure copper metal as cathode. Take copper sulfate solution acidified with sulfuric acid as electrolyte. Now pass electric current through the electrolyte. Pure copper is deposited at the cathode, whereas impurities settle down near the anode, called anode mud. Thus, pure copper metal is extracted from copper pyrite. So, what are all the processes involved in the extraction of copper? Crushing and concentration, roasting, smelting, bessemerization, and electrolytic refining.
Class, welcome back from that video. Teacher Oswald sent me another video that we are going to watch shortly. However, first I want to thank for our opening prayer from Anzoa. And now, I last did chemistry in the 90s when all of you were not yet born. I remember in our classes, there were the first lessons, they were telling us why we needed to study chemistry. So I want to engage you in maybe 5 minutes. Can you please tell me why you think you have to study chemistry? By show of hands? By show of hands, you are in a chemistry class right now, but where is this taking us? Georgia Namyalo. Yes, Namyalo. Why are we studying chemistry?
It helps in manufacture of medicines.
Chemistry helps in manufacture of medicines. Hello?
Yes, teacher.
Thank you, Namialo. You can now lower your hand. Now let me go to, there is Ricky. Rick, okay, please. Why are we studying chemistry? Yes, Ricky, we are not getting you well. Hello?
We study chemistry because we have to intervene in medicine. Yes?
We have to?
We study chemistry because it intervenes in the making of medicines and the production process.
Okay, making medicines. Natural also gave us the same reason here in the chat. Thank you, Ricky. Davis, why do we study chemistry? How important is it to us?
To acquire knowledge for application of chemistry in everyday life.
Yes, we apply chemistry in everyday life, but like when? When is that everyday? What are we doing in everyday life, like in your day? Will you please explain that to me? Adrico Joel in the chat says to pass exams. Yeah, perhaps. Then you pass exams to do what? Brenda, why do we study chemistry?
Well, so that we can also have the knowledge and the ability to teach in future.
Brenda suggests something like teacher Oswald studied chemistry so that he is
and he's
able,
now teaching us.
And now he's teaching. Thank you so much, Brenda. Brenda, did you know that yesterday was World Teachers Day? Brenda? Okay. Mondesi. Your names are rare. So forgive me when I mispronounce your name.
No, you pronounced it well.
Wow.
Yes.
Why are we studying chemistry?
Chemistry can help in manufacturing of many products like Vaseline and even fuel.
Oh. Okay, thank you. I'm learning something from you. Thank you. Let us find out also let us find out from Claire. Claire, will you please unmute and tell us why we started chemistry?
We study chemistry to get information on how to extract and make use of materials from the Earth's core like copper, iron, and petroleum.
Thank you, Claire. Then there is someone with CYN and a heart. How do you pronounce that? CYN and a heart.
We study chemistry. We study chemistry to learn a lot of chemical reactions. Like it helps us to learn a lot of chemical reactions that can help us in cooking.
Liam says to expand our knowledge on the world of how, I don't know, Mondesi is putting his hand up again, his or her.
Yes, chemistry can also help in the production of electricity, like the use of radioactive material, which contain electrons. Yes, that's chemistry. Because we use electrons and atoms in this electricity.
Oh, teacher Oswald is going to come here and explain all these things to me. Like I told you, I last started chemistry in the 90s, but I'm here trying to learn from you. You've done chemistry for the last 3 years, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Moronji, please unmute.
Yes.
Why are we studying chemistry?
We are studying chemistry because it helps us to deal with the laboratory tests in hospitals in order to diagnose some diseases.
Sorry?
We are studying chemistry.
Yes.
In order for it to help us when we are
we are losing you. Now, I've noticed that whenever I come into this class, okay, Chigozi David, tell us something before I tell you what I've noticed.
Helps in the to know how they form alloys.
Hey, to know how they form alloys. What is an alloy now? Chigozi, what is an alloy? Tell us.
Mixture of two or more metals.
Mixture of two or more metals.
Yes.
Yeah, you people are reminding me what now. When I come in your classes, I see the same people giving us the answer. Ricky, once again, your hand is up, please. Ricky, do you have something to say? Hello? Yes, please.
Yeah. We study chemistry because it helps us in taking of some university courses like engineering and this time many parts of they require chemistry.
Oh, I think you have a good point, only that it wasn't clear. Now I'm going to choose someone at random. There are people who just come here to what? Even on WhatsApp, we have backbenchers. Sure. But Shivan, tell us. Shivan, please unmute and say something. Yes?
Teacher?
Yes.
Are you hearing me?
Are you fine, Shivan?
Okay, we study chemistry. Yes, I'm fine.
Yes.
Okay, we study chemistry to be able to make things like soaps.
Things like?
Detergents and soaps.
Detergent.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Shivan. I want to select one other person here. I have a question for you. Yeah. Who is confusing? Rema. Rema, please unmute. Rema has refused. Okay, Shanti Leslie. Leslie. Shanti Leslie, will you please unmute and say something? Shanti has also refused to unmute. Musime Elton, will you please unmute and say something? Musime Ampurire. Ampurire, please unmute and tell us something. Hello?
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I do. And I hope the class hears you too.
The major reason as to why we study chemistry is to improve on our science and technology skills.
Science and technology skills. Okay.
Yeah, to develop our science and technology.
So far, how do you find how do you find chemistry so far? What challenges do you have in the study of chemistry when learning chemistry?
Yeah, the most challenge is like there are some equations which may be hard to balance.
Equations are hard to balance.
Yeah, some of them. So you get an equation, but to balance it, oh my God, it is a tug of war.
It becomes a problem. Okay, now we know why we study chemistry, but with all the good reasons why we study chemistry, I'm still wondering why chemistry is one of the poorly done subjects. Now, I want to hear this from you and send it to the teachers of chemistry that I know, so that we perhaps make this better. I got your answer. Equations are hard, and really, some equations are hard. So I want to get an answer from someone else. Chigozi,
Yes,
tell us
teacher.
What challenge? What challenges? By the way, Chigozi, what is your name? I'm seeing Chigozi David, and I hear a girl's voice.
Jovia.
Jovia.
Yes.
Yes, Jovia. Why are we failing chemistry? Every year the performance rate is poor. What challenges do you find?
Just some topics, like some topics are not, they are difficult mastering.
Topics like which one?
Like electrolysis. You can think you have mastered the topic, but
you think you've mastered electrolysis. Then when questions come, over the teachers are also asking you hard questions. Jovi. Hello. And we have Wenceslas Ampurire.
Yes.
You wanted to say something?
There is, as she has said, there are some topics which are hard to master. Like there is the topic of mole concept.
Mole concept.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let me ask. How many topics are in the chemistry, the O-level chemistry syllabus?
Oh, I may not know the number.
That's the beginning of problems. Let me ask another person. Claire.
Yes.
Claire Daniel, we are failing chemistry. Many of us are failing chemistry. Even me, in my O-level, I got a 6 in chemistry. It was really sad because I was getting distinctions in other subjects. I don't remember why I failed. Please share with us, Claire. What is the challenge in chemistry?
Some topics are difficult to master.
For you, which topic?
Now, like this one, extraction of metals.
Extraction of metals.
You may confuse.
You may confuse.
Maybe when you're answering a question, you may confuse copper with iron, and something goes wrong there.
Hello? Something goes wrong. What is that? That's something that goes wrong. Hello? Hello? Are you off? Hello? My friend has gone off. I wanted to know more. Okay. Jovia, your hand is still up. Are you trying to communicate something? Jovia? Okay. Lower your hand. Ampurire?
Yes.
Say something.
And another thing, there are like some formulas in chemistry. Now, when you're studying, the teacher, you're like just cramming the formulas. You don't know where, like I can give an example of maybe if it is iron, the symbol for iron is Fe.
Fe.
Yeah. You wonder, someone wonders, why is it that iron then has a symbol of Fe, not I?
Wow, that is funny. The thing is iron, I-R-O-N. Then the symbol is Fe. We are going to ask the teacher these things. I wish I was with you in the same class. We will just take this teacher to the head of department.
Remember, iron is just the simple one.
The letter I.
They are like this big, like the benzoate. Like complicated even. When you ask the teachers, they just cram the thing.
Okay. Hey,
So you
our
want
teacher is
can
back.
we become good chemists when we just cram?
Sincerely, but our teacher is back. Our teacher is back. He's here to give us some answers. He gave us a good answer in the chat. Let me see. Yes, teacher Oswald, welcome back.
Thank you, Mr. Dumba.
We have a question here.
Yeah, I have a question. I don't know the name of that student, but maybe talk about the naming. Ampurire?
Yes, it was Ampurire.
Let's talk about the naming of elements. We base on their names. Some have English names and others have they have Latin names. So for the case of iron, like you said, iron is IRON, but the symbol is Fe. Fe comes from its Latin name, which is ferrous. Ferrous is FERROWS. So that is where the Fe comes in. So some names were taken from the Latin names, others are English. The case also with potassium. Potassium, the symbol is K. It is supposed to be P. If we were to follow the procedures of naming this element, is Karium, Karium. Then other names like sodium is supposed to be S, but we have Na, which comes from its Latin name, which is natrium, giving it Na. The same applies to copper. Copper is supposed to be Co, but we have Cu, which comes from the name So whenever we are naming such elements, other elements took up that which are in Latin, other to English. When you say that, the child said that you shouldn't, I don't agree with you there. Now you have got how we get such names.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, I've also understood sincerely I versus FE, the things we are not just. Now, Teacher Oswald, we were discussing. Teacher Oswald. Hello? We were discussing why many of us find chemistry difficult at all level. What is the problem and what can we do? How are you going to help us, Teacher Oswald? Yes, teacher. Mr. Oswald, we can't get you. Oswald, teacher Oswald, the network has today misbehaved. Okay, as we wait for our teacher, Abara Victor testimony, what do you have to say? Mr. Oswald, your network is not good. I request that you restart your device. You'll find us along the way. Victor testimony. Your hand is up. Please tell us. Yes, Victor. Victor has nothing to say. Benjamin.
Yes, sir.
Your hand was up. We have only 10 minutes.
Yes.
What do you have to say?
I
Benjamin?
just wanted to ask.
Yes, please.
I just wanted to ask about the class code because I've tried it. I'm failing to get it.
The Google Classroom code?
Yes.
Okay. The class code for S3 is ZQN. Will you repeat after me?
Yes. ZQN.
Z, yes.
ZQ. ZZ.
Yes, that's the. Then D6.
D6.
D6. Yeah.
D6. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
That's the classroom code for that's the Google Classroom code. Ricky is back.
Okay.
Ricky, why are we failing chemistry? Yes.
Because we don't assignment, we fail semester because we don't understand and assignment.
Because we don't.
Hello? We don't understand it. Okay, we don't understand what the teachers can be teaching.
We don't understand what the teachers are teaching. Now the question is, how many? I want someone to raise. I'm going to first lower all your hands. Let me first lower all your hands. I want someone to tell me how many topics are in the subject of chemistry at O level. By show of hands, how many know? Hello. Sumaya, Adrico, Sumaya. Yes, Sumaya.
Yeah.
How many topics do we have?
21.
21 topics.
There are 21.
You think there are 21 topics? Okay. Adrico. Joel Adrico. Joel, your hand was up. Unfortunately, here you are.
I think there are 20 topics.
There are 20 topics.
Yeah.
Remember, for me, I don't know. I'm a teacher of computer. I don't understand chemistry. I don't do any chemistry in my computers. Someone says 20, another says 21. Shivan, how many topics do you have in chemistry?
There are 21.
Shivan says 21. This is not a debate, but this shows that we all go back to our syllabus and look at it. Then we have Tumusime Elton. Tumusime Elton.
There are 20. There are 20.
Says 20. Murunji. How many do we have, Murunji?
There are 34.
20, 21, 24. Are we reading from a different syllabus? All of us. I'm going to tell the teacher to put this in the assignment. How many topics do we have in the syllabus? Now, by show of hands, I want someone to mention the topics. Tumusime's hand was up, then it went. Ampurire, Wenceslas, do you have the syllabus with you there? Hello?
You asked me to mention any topic.
Okay, mention the topics in chemistry. Those that you know.
There is mole concept.
Mole concept.
There is the extraction of minerals.
Extraction of minerals. Should we give another person a chance?
There is the okay.
Thank you so much for your contribution. Liam, tell us something. I want to change. Yes. Which other topic do you know in chemistry?
Yes, I know introduction to chemistry.
Introduction. the periodic table?
Yes. Sulfur and its compounds, carbon and its compounds. More concepts, organic chemistry, hydrolysis, solubility.
Yes. Now you know many. I wish you had my number. I would just call you some airtime. Thank you so much, Liam. Patience, which other topic was not mentioned?
We have writing equations.
Equations?
Atomic structure. Yeah, atomic structure and icons.
And
methods of purification and separation.
You people know. Why don't we get the distinctions, Banang? We just have 5 more minutes to go. Now, I wanted to share with you one thing that I can advise you planners, please. Okay, now I want to show you people where you can get assistance. There is a website called Shareability. Have you heard about this website?
No.
No. Okay. No. I'm going to show you this website. I'm going to share the screen. Now, as a teacher, after teaching for some 15 years, what I have learned is that sometimes we don't do enough practice. Practice comes from various sources. The exercises that our teacher gives us, practice can come from UNEP past papers. Even if the teacher has not given, you can go and look for UNEP past papers. But sometimes getting these past papers in one location is really hard. So there is a website called shareability.net. Do you all see my screen? Do you people see my screen?
Yes. Yes, we do.
This website
Yes, we see it.
Shareability.net. Yes. It has resources from all subjects, all classes. And someone is, I don't know why.
Pardon. Pardon.
I want to mute you first. Okay, the website is called shareability.net. On my screen, do you see this where I have highlighted? This where I have highlighted?
Yes.
Shareability.net. So you go on your computers or phones and search for shareability.net. You have the resources, you have notes, you have exams, past papers, and everything chemistry here. When you scroll down, resources tagged by subjects, the chemistry tag is here. Do we see chemistry? Who can tell me how many resources do we have in chemistry?
651.
651. Yeah. Yes, to go there, you can even just search for Shareability Uganda. You'll get that website. So let me click on chemistry and I see what we are going to get. Chemistry tags. S1 chemistry using materials. S3 chemistry notes here. So you just click on it and you download. Let me see if I can get this one. When I click here, S3 chemistry notes, it is good to compare notes. You get notes from different sources, compare them, and you'll get a wider understanding of the subject. So when I go down, I'll find the download button here, so I can download. Now file attached with this package. Let me see. Let me just go back. Let me just go back a bit. Let me just go back a bit. Sorry for the interruption. I hope my network doesn't misbehave. Let me look for another one. S3 chemistry solutions that deviate from Raoult's law. Chemistry syllabus for new curriculum. That's not yours. That's for the S1s. And there are just too many. For example, here we have S5. No, this is not S5. We have S3 chemistry holiday work. So if I click here to download S3 chemistry holiday work. There is noise. And then when you scroll down, S3 chemistry holiday work. So I'm going to click download. This will download to your computer or phone. This will download to your computer or phone. Here we have S3 chemistry holiday work. Graphite is one of the crystalline allotropes, and so on and so on and so forth. So please, learners, learn how to use your internet. Go to the internet.
Thank you, teacher.
Sorry for the interruption. So you'll go to the internet, www.shareability.net, and then you'll look for the chemistry tag and you'll get all the resources that will help you practice. Clay Amrunji, you have your hand up. How may we help? Clay Amrunji. Okay, Ricky says something.
Sister, can I help us and tell us the WhatsApp number for this group?
The WhatsApp number for this group?
Yes.
Okay, let me show you how to get the WhatsApp numbers or how to join these groups. Let me go to my internet here. What do you people see? When you go on the internet, you type naxu.org.
Oh, Mama. Ngena joining WhatsApp group yaban.
Here we have naxu.org. Do you see this here? Nachiwolo, you were so excited about joining this group. So when you come to naxu.org, go to the end and click join e-class. When you click join e-class, you'll get the links to all the groups. As you scroll down, we have the timetable here. Then you continue scrolling down. Then these are the links here. These are the links to our classes, the Zoom classes. And then you'll go down. Let me go to the WhatsApp groups. If you want to join the WhatsApp groups, you can see the B class, E class group, WhatsApp group, top class, WhatsApp group. And when you go down, we have the S3 E class WhatsApp group. You tap on that and you will join the group. For the you don't have the timetable. You don't have the timetable. Okay. If you don't have the timetable, I'm requesting you go to naxu.org. Let me do this again. This website has all the answers you're asking. When you open naxu.org, at the extreme right, there is a button with the words join e-class. So you tap on join e-class. First, at the top of your page, you'll see the timetable. You can even click to download updated timetable. So there is a timetable here. That is the timetable we are using. For those who want WhatsApp, just scroll down the page. and you'll get the WhatsApp links of all the classes from baby class up to S5. Then those who want to join the Google classes, the links to the Google classes are there up to the bottom. That is where you'll get the information concerning these classes. Now, I want us to close this this lesson today. I want us to close this lesson with a video, a 4-minute video that teacher Oswald suggested that we watch. So before we go, please watch the video. Let me share the video. It's still about extraction of I think copper. Let me see, share screen. Then there we are.
Hi and welcome back to freesciencelessons.com.uk. By the end of this video, you should be able to state the elements in NPK fertilizers. You should then be able to describe how the compounds in NPK fertilizers are produced. And finally, you should be able to compare the industrial production of fertilizers with their production in a lab. And all of this is for triple chemistry students only. Now, fertilizers are critical for modern farming, and that's because they replace the elements which have been taken up by plants. A really important group of fertilizers are called NPK fertilizers. Nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Compounds containing these elements improve agricultural productivity. In other words, they help plants to grow larger and also more rapidly. Now, NPK fertilizers are produced in large industrial facilities such as this one. Here, a variety of different raw materials are processed together to produce the exact fertilizer required. NPK fertilizers are formulations of different salts, and we looked at formulations in a previous video. These salts contain the required elements in the percentages needed by the plants. So in this video, we're going to look at how the different compounds in NPK fertilizers are produced. And we're going to start by looking at compounds of nitrogen. The main compound of nitrogen in NPK fertilizers is ammonium nitrate, and that has the formula NH4NO3. To make this, we use ammonia, which is produced by the Haber process, and we looked at that in the last video. We can use the ammonia to produce nitric acid. We then react the nitric acid with more ammonia to make ammonium nitrate. The potassium in NPK fertilizers comes from the salt potassium chloride or potassium sulfate, and both of these compounds are mined from the ground, and they can be used directly without any further processing. Okay, I'm showing you here phosphate rock being mined from the ground. Now, phosphate rock has to be chemically processed before being used in fertilizers. We're going to look at how phosphate rock is treated with nitric acid, sulfuric acid, and with phosphoric acid. This does contain a lot of detail, and you do need to learn it. Treating phosphate rock with nitric acid produces phosphoric acid and calcium nitrate. Phosphoric acid contains phosphorus, but we cannot add this directly to plants, so we neutralize it with ammonia. This produces ammonium phosphate, and that can be used in NPK fertilizer. Now, if we treat phosphate rock with sulfuric acid, then we make a mixture of calcium phosphate and calcium sulfate. This mixture is called single superphosphate, and again, we can use this in NPK fertilizers. And finally, if we treat phosphate rock with phosphoric acid, then we make triple superphosphate. And once again, this can be found in NPK fertilizers. Okay, now in your exam, you could be asked to compare the production of fertilizers in industry with their production in a lab, such as in a school. So we're going to finish by looking at that. We're going to look at the production of ammonium nitrate, and this is produced by reacting ammonia with nitric acid, and that's a neutralization reaction. In the school lab, we would use dilute solutions of ammonia and nitric acid. That's to make them safe to work with. In industry, the ammonia will be used as a gas, and the nitric acid will be concentrated. Now, this is much more dangerous as the reaction is very exothermic. This means that the heat produced has to be safely removed. This heat is then used in later stages. In the lab, we produce crystals using a water bath and a Bunsen burner like this. This requires a lot of heat energy. However, in industry, some of the energy for evaporation is provided by the exothermic reaction we saw earlier. Finally, in the lab, we can only produce a small amount of ammonium nitrate in one go. This is called a batch process. In industry, the chemical is produced by a continuous process, and that means that thousands of kilograms can be produced easily. Remember, you'll find plenty of questions on fertilizers in my revision workbook, and you can get that by clicking on the link above.
Thank you, class, for watching this. I don't have any chemistry in my head apart from the little idea you've given me today. So please, will I ask someone to close our lesson with a prayer? I need a volunteer. I need a volunteer.
Michael can lead us.
Alexa Shan. Alexa Shan.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, give me just a moment, I'm going to tell you when to say the prayer. Let me share a screen here. About to, we are just, okay, so please, Alexa Shan, go ahead with the closing prayer. Alexa.
Okay, let's humble ourselves for a prayer. Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for today. We want to thank you for the lesson we've been able to have. We want to thank you that though we haven't been able to have our teacher, but we've been able to learn something today. Yes, you bless Edify Uganda and CSO for giving us the opportunity to study online. We pray that you bless them and help them and provide for them so they can complete more.
Could we say amen? Yes. I didn't hear the last bit. Amen, everybody.
Amen.
Amen.
Have a good afternoon and thank you for attending.
Bye. Teacher. Bye. Bye, teacher. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye.